You know what's crazy? School has literally taken up your entire life. Think about it. If you're anywhere near my age, chances are you started school when you were in preschool and it has been non-stop from there. Elementary, middle school, high school, college. School has become such a big part of your identity. I'm sure a lot of you guys got asked, what school are you from? Where did you graduate? What are you studying? But it's finally that time of the year. People are posting pictures in their gowns celebrating their hard work and graduating, marking an end to their academic chapter. Then the question arises, what now? What are you gonna do now that school is over? And that's a very valid question, because we've been so accustomed to school that it feels weird to navigate through life without it. Before we can answer that question, we have to look at why we asked that in the first place, and the root is adulthood. You get asked the same question after you graduate high school, but college comes in clutch as a band-aid to say, I'm going to university. I'll worry about that question 4 years later. You can even take it further by going to grad school. And you know, college really isn't a bad choice. Your counselor recommended it, your parents are pretty much forcing you, and you go along with it. Because let's be honest, you don't know what else you'll be doing. Especially when you're fresh out of high school. You just turned 18 years old, you're legally an adult, but you have zero experience of independence. You live with your parents your entire time and got a set schedule in high school. And college is a good grace period to have so you don't get thrown in the ocean of adulthood. Instead, you're taking baby steps. You're still surrounded in an environment full of other students, but this time, you're choosing your own classes, you're choosing your own schedule, and there won't be anybody to hold your hand anymore. In high school, teachers and other staff would be around to monitor you, make sure that you're on track, but in university, you can skip all you want. You can be a failure, drop out, nobody's gonna care. And shit, high school is free, college isn't. But luckily for you, you can take on loans and drown in debt and worry about that later. That's the taste of adulthood. There is independence you gain when you're the one that's responsible academically and financially to complete your courses and get that diploma. Hopefully, those college years are enough to prepare yourself though, because the end of your academic journey is served with the side of, what the hell are you gonna do for the rest of your life? If there were a surface level answer to this, it would be to get a job. That's if your resume is stacked enough to compete in this terrible job market. Otherwise, you'll be going down a bottomless pit of unemployment. Though, even if you get a job, it's scary to think that you'll be working in that field for 40 plus years until retirement. And you might want to reconsider if you want to explore other passions before jumping straight to the workforce. In a situation where you're lost in life, I found the best decision you can make is to try out everything. This ties back to why a person went to college in the first place. Sure, there are a handful of people that have a burning passion for it, but I'm sure most people just didn't know what to do and chose to try college. I am speaking for others right now, so I thought, what's a better way to find out than to ask the students directly? I'm back at the school that I graduated from, San Francisco State University. I'm not gonna glaze or anything because my experience here was kind of mid, but it's taking a good chunk of my life that I still appreciate. Anyway, we're gonna be asking students, why did you choose to go to college?
To get a degree, get out of here, get a good job.
To get a career, to get a job.
To have a lot of money.
My family always has college in them.
College will give me a good opportunity, partially because my parents too.
With that, what do you see yourself doing like when you graduate?
In the tech field, so doing UI, UX, working with AI.
Fintech or like finance.
I'd probably just go to vet school.
I've been really focusing towards starting my own stuff.
And are there any steps you're doing or taking to get yourself there or prepare yourself?
I've been networking with a lot of people.
Right now I'm in school, yeah.
I'm just finishing up my classes, like my core classes and all of my electives so I can graduate.
Working towards getting my bachelor's.
I don't know, just studying.
What would you guys be doing if you weren't in college?
Probably just working full-time, some silly little job.
Probably staying at home in Hawaii and just worked.
Probably working with my dad. I think my dad would force me to work, to be honest.
I would probably be an actor.
Probably make money off of social media, so like be a YouTuber, a streamer, something like that.
And the last question I have for you is, can I get your number?
Fuck no.
Alright, so just as I expected, people have a general idea of what they want to get into, but it's not with super strong confidence or passion. And you might be asking,
Chulde, you graduated. What are you gonna do now?
Well, during the 4 months I've been out of school, I've realized that I still don't have an answer to that question. What I will say though, is that I kept the mindset of exploration. Even though I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life and career, I spent my time post-college doing a little bit of everything. I work a 9 to 5, I went on vacation with my family, and I'm making these videos. Which, thank you guys so much. I've always had a passion for making videos, and a simple viewer like you, liking, commenting, subscribing, just keeps me going. I appreciate you. But like I said, doing something, anything, at the very least allows you to look into your options, rather than sitting there contemplating your choices. Take action. Even though I barely got out of school, one thing I heard about is post-graduation depression, and I'm starting to see why that is. The biggest change outside of college is the lack of social life. College had a community where you can meet anyone anywhere. Heading to a new class, you'll meet someone there. Heading to the gym, there's a bunch of gym bros and gym girls there too. Going to a school event, that place is meant for networking. You couldn't go one day in college without at least having one small interaction with someone. Like, midterms and finals were killing me, studying past midnight, but I missed the part where I studied together as a group with friends, and we were in misery together. I had days where I'd work a shift with my friend, then we would go to the gym together, get food, and go home. Those days were simple, but it was productive and enjoyable, and I liked how I was just surrounded by people. My days in college was really on grind mode. I was working 2 jobs, full-time in school, while making the most gym gains that I ever had. And I had a girlfriend. Surprising, right?
Stop the cap!
And I was on track to graduate 1 semester early, but now I don't really have peers that I'm around on a daily basis. We're on different wavelengths, and it's harder to connect with them and stay close. Social life went from "I'll see you tomorrow" or "I'll see you next class" to "I'll see you whenever I'm free" or "I'll let you know." You have to make a strong effort to keep a close relationship with your friends. Most people are called friends by proximity, where you're described as friends only due to being in the same environment, but I wouldn't say that's a bad thing. Being in an area of socialization should be appreciated. Looking back, one of my biggest regrets in college was treating it like a stepping stone to get to my next point in my journey. I was a little too focused on the work aspect of school that I forgot to enjoy the present of it. It wasn't until my final semester that I really started to embrace the moment, like going to social activities, meeting new people, joining clubs, because the college environment is definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I've said this in my previous videos, but growing up, I learned that nobody has their life figured out. But I have faith in the idea that stepping out your comfort zone and trying new things will eventually get us somewhere. Reflecting from my experience in college made me realize how valuable time is. Yeah, I could have used my time more on the social aspects of university, but sitting in regret won't get me anywhere. I took it as a lesson to value the now and to live in the present. And you know what? Maybe you're stressed about your future and what you're gonna do next. But congratulations, you graduated. Take some time living the moment to enjoy this accomplishment, because you earned it. Also, I'm a pretty small channel, but because of that, I'm able to do something that larger channels can't. So for the next month, I'll be hearting and responding to every single comment in this video. If you don't believe me, drop a comment down below and you'll see. Anyway, like and subscribe, see ya.